Hey guys, Tom Wolf here. I just wanted to take a minute and share a little bit of my story. I think some of you have heard parts of my story before, and there's probably some new people on our team that don't really know who I am or where I came from. And I think that we really connect with each other a lot more when we know each other's stories. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of you that I don't really know. And so I'd love for you to do the same and to share your story in the Superfit Coach Squad group so that we can get to know you better. It's also really good practice for you to be sharing your story here in our group so that you can get out there in your audience and share your story so people can connect with you, so that they can build trust in you and you can have a better opportunity to have an influence and to help people through transformation, through their struggles, through perhaps the idea of them becoming coaches and changing their lives through having an income and maybe being able to be stay-home moms or whatever the case might be, where they can actually reach a goal that they're struggling with right now. Because I know there are a lot of people out there who work full-time jobs, who don't care for their bosses, who are overworked, who are underappreciated, who really need something in their lives that's more significant, where they run their business their way. And I gotta say, helping people to get healthy and helping other people to have an income is really fulfilling for me. It makes me feel like I've actually accomplished something, and it gives my life some more meaning to be able to actually see people's lives change the way my life changed. So let me just start by sharing a little bit of my story. At 51 years old, I had always been active in my life physically. I was involved in a lot of sports, and I love competition. But I found myself in a place where I had injured my knee. I wasn't able to do anything anymore. I was really struggling. I was unhealthy, overweight, out of shape, to the point of really becoming depressed with my situation and not being able to sleep at night. And that's when one night, late at night, I was watching TV and I came across a P90X infomercial. And I watched that whole infomercial. In fact, I watched it 3 times that night. 3 times, if you can imagine. But I was so enthralled with what those guys could do, and it made me start to wonder if there was any way I could get back into shape and do some of those things again. And so this was in December of 2011, and I made a commitment right there. I ordered my program, and on January 2nd of 2012, I got started. And I did a 3-month round, and interestingly enough, I was so determined to do it. I never cracked the guide open on how to do it, the order of the workouts, the nutrition guide, nothing. I just threw in a disc every day and did it. And I just rotated through the discs and did a different workout every day. Well, the first workout was a really emotional experience for me because I really didn't think I could do it. It was push-ups and pull-ups for an hour, basically, all different varieties and just over and over. And at the end of it, taking a physical exhaustion, and then it sort of gets you vulnerable. I was really emotional at the end of it, and it was one of those things where I felt grateful that I'd accomplished it, and yet I was just really beat at the end of it. Day 2 was a cardio workout, and at the end of day 2 I almost threw up because it was so hard for me, because I had been out of it for so long, just sitting around not doing anything. After that, I don't really remember the rest, except that I remember that I came home every day, I plugged it in, and I had a built-in workout buddy. See, Tony Horton was there every time I plugged in, and he was there for me. And he talked to me, and he helped me to go through this mental transformation. At the end of 3 months, I'd only lost 5 pounds. I'm sure I had converted some fat to muscle, but I hadn't had this huge transformation, although I don't know that I was really looking for results like I was seeing in the before and after pictures. I just wanted to get my health back and be able to do something again. And so I felt pretty good about what I had done. At the end of the first round, Beachbody was running some kind of a promotion at that time. They sent me a 1-week sample of Shakeology. And I had no idea what Shakeology was. I was using their results and recovery drink, and I liked it. So I was willing to try Shakeology. It tasted okay. And so I ordered a bag. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just basic protein drink. I didn't know it was like amazing amount of nutrients, over 70 different superfoods, whole foods. And, you know, I had no idea. But anyway, I started drinking it as one meal a day. At first, it was breakfast, lunch, dinner. I don't know. It didn't matter. I was just replacing any one meal a day with Shakeology. After a couple of weeks, something amazing started happening. I started dropping weight like crazy. I had more energy than I had before. My digestion was better than it had ever been before. And so I was watching the weight start to peel off each week. I was weighing myself and seeing, 2-3 pounds every week. And I started saying, wow, this is so easy. And yet I was doing these intense workouts, and I started wondering, why am I saying this is easy? Because I was doing the hard workouts anyway, and so the only thing that changed was Shakeology is one meal a day. And I as I look back on it, the reason why I thought it was so easy is because I wasn't hungry. I wasn't starving in between meals. I wasn't suffering. I was completely satisfied. And yet I used to think that you had to just really suffer and not eat anything in order to lose weight. And I realized that something else was the actual truth. And so, because I thought it was so easy, I fell in love with Shakeology. It changed my life. At the end of the second 3-month round, I had now lost a total of 30 pounds. I lost 25 the second time, 5 the first, total 30. I went to my doctor. My cholesterol had dropped over 100 points, and I had been declared pre-diabetic. Now my sugar levels were back in a normal range. I had energy through the roof. I felt like I was super fit. And then I started sharing because this amazing thing had happened to me. I was back. I was off the couch. I wasn't depressed anymore. And I started helping Jeff, my son-in-law, who's part of our team, with a really big weight loss experience and a big transformation. And he did a great job using P90X and Shakeology. And after that, I started helping the rest of my family and then my friends around me. And it was this passion that I had that made me become a coach. And I remember going to Coach Summit right after I'd become a coach and being so inspired by this Beachbody message. One of integrity. One of hearing Tony Horton's story and Carl Deichler's story, and realizing that they didn't skimp on their products. They did the very best they could to make great programs and great nutritional products. And because of that, I fell in love with those products, and I fell in love with the company, and I went all in. And so since then, I've been able to share with hundreds of people, and I have a good income from Beachbody. But that said, I still have to work my regular job, which we own a 100-year-old family grocery store, and it's a lot of labor. And it's really hard for me because I'm watching all these other stores and the competition is just eating us up. And I'm watching our sales decline every year. And yet it means I have to work harder in order to keep it viable. And all I want to do is spend my time sharing Beachbody with other people to help people through transformations and to bring in coaches and to teach them how to do what I do and help to bring them a good, solid income and change their lives. That's what I want. That's what I'm going about doing. And I think I need to communicate it more with people and teach more about what I've learned in the process, because there are so many little details that I learned along the way. I realized that a good workout is intensity and variety and consistency. And good nutrition isn't like taking all the carbs or all the fat out of your diet. It's eating nutrient-dense foods, whole foods, foods that aren't processed and stripped of their nutrients, because that's what makes our body run with the maximum amount of energy and really helps us to have this huge transformation experience. And so along with it comes a lot of details like how to drink water the right way and how to get your head right and how to motivate people and all the different aspects of this. And so I really am coming to a grip with it all and coming to a point where I am excited about sharing those things with other people. I'm learning how to make YouTube videos, and I'm learning how to use technology. And, honestly, the computer is like almost one generation below me is where people have really come to grips with computers. And so I'm learning and mastering and trying to figure out how to use the technology that's out there in order to get to a broader audience. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you today, and I want you to be able to connect with me and understand where I'm coming from, and I would love to hear your stories, and I'd love to know what drives you, what motivates you, what are your goals, and how can I be a help to you, and how can I connect to you so that we can sort of create a team where we're all going in the same direction. And I know we all might have different goals with Beachbody. It might be that you just want to share with a few people, or you might want to share with more people than I'm sharing with. But at the same time, there are principles that I've learned that I can help you with, and I'm sure you can help me with the same, because I'm not a great communicator, and I need to learn how to talk to people better and share my story better and be able to connect better with people, and in the process, I'll become a better coach because of it. Anyway, I want to thank you for the time you spent watching this, and I want to encourage you to share your story on our team page and practice it so that you can get out into the world and share more. Thank you very much. Have a great day.